What is up, boys? Chris here from Slips.n.tipps, back for an NRL video, not an NBA video. NRL, that's right, rugby league is back. I'm so excited. I've been G'ing this up on all my posts for the past 2 months. You guys who follow me know. And if you don't follow me, guys, my name is Chris from Slips.n.tipps. I post free pics here on YouTube. I post the free tips on Instagram, and I got a free Telegram group. So my Instagram is free, it's public. I've got all my write-ups for a bunch of sports. I'm very active in the NBA, and I love my EPL as well as the AFL as well. I've got a free Telegram group as well, guys. If you are new here, I've got Telegram exclusives for the NBA, and I'm planning to do exclusives for the NRL this season, which is exciting because I'll be tracking that. And yeah, that's kind of my socials, guys. So if you're new here, and if you don't even know what rugby league is, send me a DM on Instagram, guys. I would love to talk about it with you guys. It's probably my favorite sport, and I just watch every single game. I look at all the stats every single game, and I got my own kind of experience punting on the NRL. So yeah, it's super exciting. But for this video, we came for tips. I just posted a video that doesn't have any tips, more of my strategy for this season, so go and check that out. But for this video, we're looking at tips. I'm looking at the Manly versus Rabbitohs to open up the season over in Vegas, which is just so exciting. So I'm doing it in a way where I explained in my previous video, where I got about a single kind of approach in a sense of single plays for a certain amount of units. I'll be still rolling some units on the multi combined all together because that's where the highest odds are. And I know you guys love that, but I'm super against kind of multis if I'm being completely honest. I like straight picks. I like research picks. If you follow me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. A flip, $1.80, $1.90 is good enough for me. So this one is for the Rabbitohs 1 to 12, our first tip for the NRL season. And I'm taking the Bunnies to win in a close game. It's $2.85 odds, so 2.85x. And Manly have won one of their last 10 round one games. Now, I will say before I get into the stats, it's round one, it's in Vegas. Both teams are missing players, but they're both pretty much healthy with their key players. And anything can happen. I mean, honestly, from rounds 1 to 4, stats don't really matter. I'll do my best to give you guys the stats because we all love stats, but it doesn't really matter. But like I said, this is just my opinion, and these stats kind of back my opinion, so that's why I'm sharing it. Noting that round 1, anything can happen. In this game, I'm really liking the Bunnies, and both teams missed the finals last year, so they're both going to come out aggressive. They're both going to want to put on a show. I think the Bunnies had a worse season in a sense where they were coming first at one point, I think by round 11, and then they ended up blowing it all, missing the finals. They're going to have a big season this year with Jack White, and I mean, he's a Canberra boy, but yeah, for this season opener, with all eyes on them in Vegas, I think Latrell and Turbo are going to have a big game, but I think the Bunnies will get it done in a close one. The Rabbitohs have actually won 7 of their last 3 of those, and out of those, 3 of them were by a 1 to 12 margin. So in the history between these two, that's why I just think the Bunnies can get it done again, and history repeats itself. They've got a great history over Manly, and I think it's going to be a close game. Now, for my next pick, I'm going with Trell or Turbo to score, player A or B, plus both teams to score 10 points. This is right on 2x odds, which is right up my alley. And Turbo scored 10 tries in 11 games last season. Like I said, him and Trell are the main weapons for these teams. Because it's a shorter field, the dimensions are a bit funny. It's a bit narrower and not as long. So I think there's going to be a lot of tries and points scored in the middle, line breaks, all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking Turbo or Trell will score. Probably Turbo carries this more. But I mean, Trell in Vegas, who knows? Anything can happen, right? The Rabbitohs are missing key players, so that's why I think Trell is that guy for them, and obviously Turbo is that guy for Manly. 4 of the last 6 meetings as well between these two teams have seen 50-plus points. So I'm expecting a lot of points. Once again, the field being narrow might affect this. We don't really know. It's round 1 as well. It's so hard to predict. And Manly have also seen 54-plus points in their last 5 games. Obviously, looking back at last season, this is a brand new season, I know, but the stats are the stats, and I'm just expecting some points here. Both teams to score 10 is very doable. That's a try in each half from both of them. One of them being converted, obviously. And I just got a feeling like Turbo and Trell could actually score themselves. So that's $2 odds, guys. If you combine it up, it's $5.40 odds boosted, which is once again going to be getting a unit or 2 from me. And stats-wise, and other markets I considered is obviously for Jason Saab to score, and Alex Johnson, he's been amazing, and Cody Walker as well. So those guys I was considering, but like I said, round 1, let's take it a bit easy, and let's just see how we go. So those are my tips for the first game, guys. Now let's jump to the second game. I want to try to keep these videos quick, like I said. As always, it's round 1, so it's a bit hard to kind of give you guys a full proper analysis. This is more my feelings, and we'll see how we go. But for the Broncos and Roosters, I'm going with my first pick, $1.84 odds. over 38.5 alternative points. Now, this has landed in the last 7 meetings between these two teams. Broncos have seen over 38.5 points in 10 of their last 11 competitive games, and both teams are stacked with amazing try scorers. So I don't really want to take the under. However, out of the two games, this one will probably go under, considering the amount of defense being played and how good the Broncos are defensively, as well as the Roosters on their day. I just think both teams are going to want to put on a show. I think both teams had a great end of the season last year. Obviously, Broncos didn't win it all, but we all know how amazing they are. And I'm not looking at any type of under here. I'm actually taking the alternative over. 38.5 I think is going to hit, and that's why I like it as my straight up pick. Now for that, my next one is for Ezra Mam or Jesse Arthurs to score a try anytime, A or B, into Broncos plus 7.5 pick your own line handicap. Now, Mam has scored at least one try in 6 of his last 7 games, and I think he's going to do very well in the middle due to the dimensions of this court at Allegiant Stadium. It's going to be narrower and shorter, like I said. I think he can eat in the middle. It's going to be a line break. He's going to have a big game. I actually like him to score on his own, which I probably do personally. But for this one, I like to pair him up with Jesse Arthurs on the wing, just in case, Reece Walsh, as we know, loves throwing those cutout balls to the edges. I think Arthurs is the more experienced winger here. I like him more, so that's why I'm taking him. Broncos beat the Roosters 31-10 in their last meeting, and the plus 7.5 is over one converted try that I'm giving the Broncos, who are actually favorites coming into this game. I think on paper, they're the better team. The Roosters are amazing as well, so this is going to be a competitive game. I'd rather give the favorite team and who I think is going to win in the Broncos the plus points. Roosters have only won one of their last 6 round 1 matches, which is a very interesting stat. I don't take it too seriously, but those are my picks, guys. So yeah, if you look at combining all 3 of those together, it's $3.20 odds. Once again, I'll be sprinkling a unit on that. And if you combine this with the Rabbitohs game, all combined, it's 16x odds. So I know you guys who love your high odds, lottery style bets as I call it, that's pretty good 16 plus odds. If we get a sweep, I mean, that would just be amazing to open the round. So those are my picks, guys. Those are my 2 games. I'm so excited. There's going to be a lot more video content coming up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you prefer the longer videos or these kind of shorter 5 to 10 minute videos. I'm aiming to do this, like I said, 2 videos per round, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. And I'm just so excited the NRL's back. I mean, I can't wait till round 4. I feel like that's the best time to punt on the NRL, because by then we kind of know where teams are at. All the teams that had a bad season last year usually start off the season hot, and the good teams sometimes start off slow. So around about round 3 or 4 or 5, I think we start to see where the competition's forming. And yeah, I'm just so excited, guys, seriously. So yeah, I'll be putting my write-ups for these picks as well on Instagram. Go and follow me there, show some love. I do this all for free. I love it. And yeah, your support means the world. Thanks, guys. Let's get them ticks and hopefully get a sweep. Let's see how we go. Cheers.